Right after the six of them stepped out of the warm cabin, a freezing wind hit them hard. They saw an icy world in front of them. The thermometer showed it was -1 degree, but everyone was still in thin clothes. The guy with glasses walked ahead happily and even started sliding across the ice. But after a few steps, he ran into something hard. While the others laughed at him, they suddenly heard cracking sounds from the ice. No one dared to move, but the guy with glasses said no need to panic, it's just a game. They won't let anything happen to us. He reached out to touch what was ahead and realized it was actually a giant screen. He was really impressed by how real it looked, but the touch triggered something. Cold air rushed in through the vents. The temperature dropped fast. He got scared and ran back. At the same time, the doors and windows of the cabins suddenly closed to keep out the cold. They had to look around for clues to get out of that creepy place. The man in the suit found a door, but it was locked. They had to find a key. Meanwhile, the woman in black found a coat in a wooden box. There was only one. She said they should take turns wearing it, even though she was cold. She gave the first turn to the other girl. The bearded man found a tilted wolf head statue. He looked up and saw a fishing rod in a tree and climbed up to get it. The curly-haired guy wanted a smoke. As he walked away, he stepped into an ice hole. His scream got everyone's attention. They came closer and saw a fishing hole. Maybe a clue was under the ice. They didn't know what to do. Just then the bearded man showed up with the fishing rod. He quickly put it into the hole, but could they really catch something like this? The man in the suit got annoyed. He grabbed the rock and let all the line go. That's when he saw the hole was bottomless. Right at that moment, the girl came running back with something important. A few minutes ago she found a compass in the coat pocket. It led her to a polar bear display. Even though she was scared, she reached into its mouth and surprisingly pulled out a magnet. She ran back and hooked the magnet to the fishing line. They dropped it into the hole again. Soon something stuck to it. The bearded man pulled with all his strength. It was a big block of ice with a key frozen inside. It must be for the locked door. They lifted the ice and smashed it against a tree, but it was too solid to break. Her hands were freezing. The man in the suit had an idea. Use the curly-haired guy's lighter, but the guy twisted his ankle and was upset, so he tossed the lighter onto the ice. The guy with glasses stepped up to get the lighter. As soon as he grabbed it, the ice cracked open. He fell straight into the water. The others rushed to save him, but the current pulled him away from the hole. They hit the ice, but it didn't break. They had no idea where he went. They finally realized this game could really kill them. They blamed the curly-haired guy for the death. Some even thought he set up the game. In the middle of the argument, the guy in the suit said there was no time to fight. They had to work together and leave quickly, or everyone would end up freezing to death. So they had no choice but to place their hands on the ice, trying to melt it using their body heat. Even though they were freezing and shaking, they still kept their hands on the ice. After a while it finally started to melt. The bearded guy just hugged it to his chest. Right when the bearded man passed out from the cold, the key showed up. The man in the suit grabbed it and rushed to the door. He turned the key again and again, but the door didn't move. He kicked it in anger. Just when everyone lost hope, a red light appeared behind them. The key opened the other door. They rushed toward the door, but as they crossed the ice started to crack. Fast they ran for their lives. The curly-haired guy was slow. He dropped and barely made it. They made it into the room. They thought it was over, but when the lights came on, they saw they had entered another escape room.